there. Welcome back to another episode of I Am Not Naming This Podcast. I hope that you are feeling fantastic and ready to tune in because I have a special episode for you. Let's dive in, shall we? Do you have a goal you're working toward right now that is really lighting you up? Something that you can't even think about without getting excited? I would love to hear all about it because it's interesting how at some point people stop setting goals for themselves. And just to be clear, this is not a goal that someone at work has given. This is not a goal that has been imposed on you. This is something that you have decided for yourself. Do you have something like that? If not, I want to challenge you to create that, something that fires you up. There's really a lot to be said about that feeling within of accomplishing a goal that you set out to accomplish. There's something about that sense of fulfillment, that sense of joy. There's something about that feeling you get when you can look at your work of art, so to speak, and say, I did that. That was something that I had the honor of creating. We are all creators. Ever since we were kids, we were creating, whether they were mud pies or finger paintings, we were creating something. Do you often think about the fact that we never stop creating and that the world we think we're observing, we are actually creating? With that, wouldn't you want to create something incredible, something beautiful, something so fulfilling that it just energizes you? Thank God there are no limits to what we can create. We actually get to give ourselves the spaciousness, the quiet time to start that creation process. I, for one, never could draw. I honestly felt like stick people were about as far as I would go. And then these painting parties became popular. And then I became Picasso. That is an extreme exaggeration. However, what I'm saying is I am really good with a paintbrush or a crayon or a colored pencil. I am still creative. And even though it may take me some time, when I really get laser focused on what I'm creating, it turns out pretty good. I shock myself. And honestly, the outcome is not even what I'm concerned about because I'm having so much fun just doing it, just creating this masterpiece, even if it looks much less than, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter how it looks. It just matters that I did it and I had a ball. And every time I look at it, there's a memory attached to that creation, a memory of me not giving up, a memory of me letting it be easy and joyful, a memory of me playing around with different color palettes and blends. Okay, I did blend some paints, which is another thing I didn't think I would do. I get into it. And then I get to look at these keepsakes and smile as I remember that a time was had. So whether it's art, music, dance, any myriad of options, and opportunities for you to get creative, we don't have to lose that in adulthood, and we shouldn't. And it does us a disservice if we allow it to just slip away. What are you creating? Talking to you is one of my favorite parts of the week. I hope you got something out of this episode today. If you'd like to help more people find I Am Not Naming This Podcast by Chernice Dieudonne, you can do so by subscribing and leaving a review. Also, feel free to share with a friend or family member.